Let's move into today's episode. So I want you to think about boundaries. We're first going to just talk about boundaries. I want you to think about them as your own personal rules of engagement, right? This is letting other people know what is okay with you and what is not okay with you. And this comes from the point of view that we're not making an assumption that we're all exactly the same, because of course we're actually not. Having healthy boundaries in your relationships requires you to know your preferences, your desires, your limits, and your deal breakers, right? What are the non-negotiables that you have in your relationships? The things that are a definite no for you. You have to know what those things are, and you can't just know them. You have to know them and have the ability to clearly and concisely communicate them, which is the thing that really trips a lot of people up. So why, in the beginning of relationships, is this so hard? And really for a lot of people throughout any relationship, it's so difficult. Part of what happens is that we do this thing unconsciously called positive projection, where we project our best qualities onto the other person. We assume if I am a moral person, the other person is a moral person. If I have good integrity, so do they. Now, I'm not saying you need to make a negative assumption in new or, old relationships, let's say, but we need evidence. Before we make a positive assumption, we need people's actions and behaviors to tell us who they are and how much integrity they actually have. So why is it so hard in the beginning of relationships to create boundaries? Well, part of it is we have so much fear of rejection. So that is a big part of it. We're really showing our best selves in the beginning of relationships. We are in that pink cloud, especially if you feel like you're in love already, like you only want them to see the best of you. And we have a tendency to sort of wear love goggles, and we're really seeing the best in the other person or seeing those positive qualities we are projecting onto them. And what happens is we end up making a lot of assumptions. And with those assumptions comes silent agreements, right? It's like if you don't talk about something in the beginning of a relationship or any time in a relationship, that we're colluding with the other person with their behavior. And if we don't like their behavior, then that is obviously the opposite of what we want to be doing. So part of this process, and I'm going to get to the 5 foundational boundary categories that you need to concern yourself with in any healthy relationship, but I'm really talking about romantic relationships today a little bit more specifically, is that we don't want to have silent agreements where we just let stuff slide, especially stuff that we don't like, right? That is, we're silently agreeing to things if we're not calling someone out on them. We want clean agreements so that we are managing expectations, our own expectations, and the other person's expectations. And really what we're doing when we do this, which is having healthy boundaries, is that we are setting the other person up to succeed instead of setting them up to fail.